So, you look really funny for a couple days here. It's horrible. Yikes. Okay, let's see, where are we here? Wait a second. So wait, this is the end of Footsteps in the Sand. So there's like just a couple more chapters. So, just to see, here's a test here, because of these authors. Let's see. Let's ask. Does that work? That's really weird. It's so weird. Not sure. That's weird. I mean, it's not really. Because, I mean, I'm not really coming to any conclusions, so it's just a weird coincidence, but it hasn't been, though. It's been more than that. Okay, where are we here? He said at the inn at Karagoth that he had taken over for his command post. I'm a slave again, same as I was then, only this time it's worse, because even when I was a slave, at least I had freedom to choose whether I was going to draw breath or not that day. I mean, if I wanted to die, I could have fallen on my sword and died, but now I'm not even given that choice, apparently. It was a strange and horrifying concept for Caramon, one he dwelt on and mulled over many nights, over one he knew he didn't understand. He would like to have talked it over with his brother, but Caramon was back at the inland camp with the army, and even if they had been together, Caramon was certain his twin would have refused to discuss it. Raceland, during this time, had been gaining in strength almost daily, following the use of his magical spells that consumed the dead village in a blazing funeral pyre. And it's like seriously hot right now. Does my hair look okay? I just thought I did. Now that I'm old, it's actually not really gray yet, but it's starting to turn gray. It's crazy. It's actually brown, naturally brown still. You can see the natural color right there. It's great though. Okay, what was I saying? Okay, so get it out of my face. What was I doing? So Raceland during this time had been gaining in strength almost daily, following the use of his magical spells that consumed the dead village in a blazing funeral pyre. The Archmage had laid almost dead to the world for 2 days. Upon waking from his feverish sleep, he had announced that he was hungry. Within the next few days, he ate more solid food than he had been able to tolerate in months. The cough vanished. He rapidly regained strength and added flesh to his bones. Added flesh to his bones. Going to a bar or something. I seriously woke up dry heaving this morning. Seriously feel sick. Why am I putting myself through this? It's horrible. I feel sick. I don't think about it anymore. It's not now. Ouch. It's just too messed up. Crazy. It's so crazy how it changed everything. Because, I mean, when I first contacted that girl, I thought that she was going to, I mean, I didn't really care that much, you know? I was just like, oh wow, you know, that was cool. I had a dream about her. You know, I wonder what this is all about. And then, you know, and then I was like, I'll just date her and then hook her up with somebody else. It was like, I was thinking. Or, you know, I wasn't really thinking like she was gonna be, I was surprised I started dreaming about children. But, so it's not like, I guess I understand. It's not like a good idea to open with her. I'm sick though. I need to do something about it. He rapidly regained his strength and added flesh to his bones. I just don't feel this way. That song, that Yellow Chest song was wrong though. I don't actually do that. I don't actually try to fill the void by finding somebody else. I don't actually do that. He was still tormented by nightmares that not even the strongest of sleeping potions could banish. Oh. But that not even the strongest of sleeping potions could banish. Day and night, Raceland pondered his problem. If only he could learn Fisthonolus' fatal mistake, he might be able to correct it. Wild schemes came to mind. The Archmage even toyed with the idea of traveling forward to his own time to research, but abandoned the idea almost immediately. If consuming a village in flame had plunged him into exhaustion for 2 days, the time travel spell would prove even more wearing. And though only a day or two might pass in the present while he recuperated, eons would flit by in the past. Finally, if he did make it back, he wouldn't have the strength needed to battle the Dark Queen. But then, just when he had almost given up in despair, the answer came to him. Really? I was hearing a voice saying, "Don't do it. Don't do it." And I was thinking about a girl last night calling in my car, going, I want your penis, come over here." And then I saw an old friend of mine. I'm almost positive it was her. We used to like each other a lot. She might be in an open relationship. I just haven't really been that kind of person. I need to go to work. Why are these people parked over there yelling? Guess let me just drop this video. This is really fun. This looks like a fun swing. I really want to play on this. Okay. Anyways, so chapter 1 is actually the next chapter. It's the beginning. So, his eyebrows are horrible. It takes usually 2 days until they look good. 2 days. Okay. Raceland lifted the tent flap and walked down. Just laughing because I was thinking about swinging on this, but I don't have underwear. I'll lift my flap because I'm wearing this kilt here. I need to wash my clothes really bad. The appearance. Oh wait, what did I say? The guard on duty started, and she traveled uncomfortably. The appearance of the Archmage was always unnerving, even to those of his own personal guard. No one ever heard him coming. He always seemed to materialize out of the air. No one heard him coming. He always seemed to materialize out of the air. The first indication of his presence was a touch of burning fingers upon a bare arm, or soft whispered words, or the rustle of black robes. The wizard's tent was regarded with wonder and awe, though no one had ever seen anything strange emanating from it. Oh my god, that dog is so cute. Look at this dog. Hi, puppy. Who's that? Whoa, I didn't delete that. I didn't mean to. How do I undelete it? I was just trying to look at your message. Oh, what the heck? I was trying to look at your name. Or I was trying to look at your picture because you look pretty. What was it? Okay. Molly. Oh, his name is Molly. um... What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Okay, so the wizard's tent was regarded with wonder and awe, though no one had ever seen anything strange emanating from it. Many, of course, watched, especially the children, who secretly hoped to see a horrible monster break free of the Archmage's control and go thundering through the camp, devouring everyone in sight until they were able to tame it with a bit of gingerbread. But nothing of the kind ever happened. The Archmage carefully nurtured and conserved his strength. Tonight would be different, Raceland reflected with a sigh and scowl, but it couldn't be helped. Guard, he murmured. My lord? The guard stammered in some confusion. The Archmage rarely spoke to anyone, let alone a mere guard. Where is Lady Chrysanian? The guard could not suppress a curl of his lip as he answered that the witch was, he believed, in General Caramon's tent, having retired for the evening. Witch, huh? Shall I send someone for her, my lord? He asked Raceland, with such obvious reluctance that the mage could not help but smile, though it was hidden in the shadows of his black hood. No, Raceland replied, nodding as if pleased at this information. And my brother, have you word of him? When is his return expected? General Caramon sent word that he arrives tomorrow, my lord. The guard continued in a mystified tone, certain that the mage knew this already. We are to await his arrival here, and let the supply chain catch up with us at the same time. The first wagons rolled in this afternoon, my lord. A sudden thought struck the guard. There's a car that just rolled by. If you're thinking of changing these orders, my lord, I should call the captain of the watch. No, nothing of the sort. Raceland replied soothingly. I merely wanted to make certain that I would not be disturbed this night for anything or by anyone. Is that clear? What is your name? Michael, lordship, the guard answered. Certainly, my lord. If such are your orders, I will carry them out. Good, Raceland said. The Archmage was silent for a moment, staring out into the night, which was cold but bright, with the light from Lunitari, and the stars. Lunitari is the red moon. There are 3 of them. Solinari, waning, was nothing but a silver scratch across the sky. More important to Raceland's eyes was the moon he alone could see. Nuitari, the black moon, was full and round, a hole of darkness amid the clouds. Only he could see. Oh, I get it. Maybe it's like a mistake or something. Or, you know, you're supposed to do it. We'll see. I guess the white moon would be like doing it with timing, and then the red moon would be like just doing it whenever, and then the black moon would be like, oops, we don't want to do it. Maybe maybe that's kind of where it goes there. But I've been tripping out about like 3 daughters, which is a cool idea. For some reason I was thinking it was 2. And 4 boys. But that's too many, huh? Maybe not. Something I wanted to have 3 and 3. But I guess we'll never know until we get there. Anyways. In one of my dreams there was a baby. Well, one boy was moving out. It was in the same dream. Anyways. What if it was the same? Bye-bye. That's crazy. Ow. Did you hear that? Dong, dong. I heard it. It sounded very loud. Bong. Did that make a sound? Did you hear that wood hit my head? It was very loud. Okay. Raceland took a step nearer the gourd, casting his hood back slightly from his face. He let the light of the red moon strike his eyes. The guard, startled, involuntarily stepped backward, but his strict training as a knight of Solamnia made him catch himself. Raceland felt the man's body stiffen. He saw the reaction and smiled again. Raising a slender hand, he laid it upon the guard's armored chest. "No one is to enter my tent for any reason," the Archmage repeated in a soft, sibilant whisper he knew how to use so effectively. Hello? "No matter what happens, no one, Lady Chrysania, my brother, you yourself, no one." I understand, my lord," Michael stammered. "You may hear or see strange things this night," Raceland continued, his eyes holding the guards in their entrancing gaze. "Ignore them. Any who enters this tent does so at the risk of his own life and mine." Yes, my lord," Michael said, swallowing. A trickle of sweat rolled down his face, though the night air was exceedingly cool for autumn. "You are or were a knight of Solamnia?" Raceland asked, abruptly. Michael seemed uncomfortable. His gaze wavered. His mouth opened, but Raceland shook his head. Never mind. You do not have to tell me. Though you have shaved your mustaches, I can tell it by your face. I knew a night once, you see. Therefore, swear to me, by the code and the measure, that you will do as I ask. I swear, by the code and the measure, Michael whispered. The mage nodded, apparently satisfied, and turned to re-enter his tent. Michael, free of those eyes in which he saw only himself reflected, returned to his post, shivering beneath his heavy woolen cloak. At the last moment, however, Raceland paused, his robe rustling softly around him. Sir Knight, he whispered. Michael turned. If anyone enters his tent, the mage said in a gentle, pleasant voice, and disturbs my spell casting, and if I survive, I will expect to find nothing but your corpse upon the ground. That is the only excuse I will accept for failure. Huh? Yes, my lord, Michael said, more firmly, though he kept his voice low. Est Solaris auth mythus. My honor is my life. That's pretty cool. With the word honor, they have Solaris, which is letter S is measuring what enters, and then U is separating. So that kind of makes sense. The word honor. Yes, Raceland shrugged. So it generally ends. The Archmage entered his tent, leaving Michael to stand in the darkness, waiting for the new gods. The new gods. New gods knew what to happen in the tent behind him. He wished his cousin Garrick were here to share his strange and forbidding duty, but Garrick was with Caramon. Michael hunched his shoulders deeper into his cloak and looked longingly out into the camp. There were bonfires, warm spiced wine, good fellowship, the sound of laughter. Here, all was wrapped in thick, red-tinged, starlit darkness. The only sound Michael could hear was the sound of his armor jingling as he began to shake uncontrollably. Now I forget who Garrick was. I kind of have to go back over the story because I forget what the characters were. Have we mentioned Michael before? I can't help but think about my friend Michael. I've had a few. I've known actually a lot of Michaels. There's so many of them. It's like one of the most common names, huh? Oh, it's making me dizzy. What am I doing? Not fun. I forgot that I put the letter Q thing on the website. It's been working. I was gonna do that. I totally forgot. Because I kept having to do something. But anyways, I have to go back to work. So, right. Crazy. Looks okay, I guess.